Hello and welcome to another week in property, all in under 5 minutes. So I'm going to run through this week's top stories that I've selected from the news. Straight into one of my favourite subjects at the moment, the stamp duty holiday. We're another week closer to the end. Jesse Norman, a Treasury Minister, this week reminded everybody that it was a temporary relief designed to stimulate the market. However, the same chap also recognised and fully understands the frustrations of those who are purchasing a property at the moment or in that process. So maybe that's a little bit of a gap there that we can exploit and potentially get some form of extension for those who, as he says, are in the process of buying a property. We shall see. The Halifax have reported a drop of 0.3% month on month for UK property prices. Biggest drop monthly since April 2020. I don't think we read too much into that. I think the market is taking somewhat of a breather this time around, but it does end a run of 7 consecutive monthly price increases. So a very hot market off the back of that slight dip of only 0.3% month on month. A quick update on bounce back loans. If anybody out there has taken a bounce back loan, there is some additional relief available to you. The government are now saying that you can extend the term from 6 years to 10 years. You can pay interest only for 6 months, or you can delay the beginning of the repayment by a further 6 months. So some good news there for business owners that may have taken out that assistance from the government, and news will come out soon to you about how you can take advantage of those new measures that have been introduced. A headline that not many of you will be surprised by is Rightmove putting up their prices. One central London estate agency quoting 10% on their bill. So it looks like Rightmove are beginning to claw back the losses that they suffered from offering the payment-free period. So you're probably going to see more headlines about prices going up with Rightmove, and it remains to be seen what kind of backlash, if any, there is from agents based on what we've seen in the past from Rightmove when they do this. So look out for those coming thick and fast in the coming weeks. Great news on the mortgage front, with the highest number of mortgage products available since March 2020. Up to some 3,215 mortgages available on the market, which is up 42% since October 2020. It's the highest 4-month increase since 2007. So some real acceleration in the mortgage market. And the great news for first-time buyers and the like is that the 90% loan-to-value mortgage products are now standing at 248, which is a 386% increase in 90% loan-to-value products since just October last year. So some real movement in the mortgage market, which is great news for the property market as well. Interesting news coming out of Barclays Mortgage Division saying that up to 30% of buyers are afraid to negotiate the price of a property with the seller's agent. So interesting to see that. There has been some talk about some agents in the UK now offering a service to buyers where they will offer to negotiate on their behalf. A bit like the US model. Whether it will take off over here, obviously yet to be seen. It's a big culture shift for us to do that, but interesting to see where that leads to. Bitcoin has been in the news this week with Elon Musk of Tesla investing $1.5 billion into the cryptocurrency, and an estate agency called Property Vine are now playing in that space. They will be accepting payment for their services via Bitcoin. So interesting developments on Bitcoin, one to watch, I think. Whether or not you'd like to start accepting Bitcoin for your commissions, that's up to you, but a fascinating space that seems to be unfolding in a really interesting way and a lot more mainstream now. So let's see what happens with Bitcoin. And finally, many of you will know Joshua Rayner of Rayner Personnel. He's made my end finally today because he, rather than dressing down, he is a man that's dressing up. I think he's got a new stylist or a new wardrobe or something's happened. He's out of the pajamas, he's out of his petrol blue suits, he's now wearing what he calls Tweed Tuesday, and you can see a variety of Josh's styles behind me. Particularly a fan of the roll neck this week, Josh, well done. Very, very good indeed. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the weekly update. I hope you found some of that useful. Keep smiling. We are another week closer to getting out of lockdown and seeing each other again. So don't worry, we're getting there slowly but surely. Have a good weekend.